As the Tupolev Tu-142 Bear proved a successful strategic bomber across several roles for the Soviet military, a dedicated maritime reconnaissance and anti-submarine warfare variant was evolved from the same airframe as the Tu-142, NATO codename of Bear F and Bear J. The Tu-142 was given a lengthened fuselage and received a maritime-minded search radar within a ventral radome. It could be outfitted with anti-ship missiles, torpedoes, naval mines and sonobuoys to counter the threat being posed by more advanced ballistic missile submarines beginning to emerge from the west, armed with the Polaris. At the heart of the Tu-142 was its onboard equipment, which was half of the system, the other being its weaponry. The equipment allowed for the detection, tracking and engagement of undersea vessels coupled with the inherent long-range qualities of the original Tu-95. Also retained was the general four-engine configuration, which included swept-back wing surfaces, a traditional tail unit and a slim fuselage. The undercarriage was retractable and of the tricycle arrangement. The operating crew typically numbered 11 personnel. Design work on a dedicated sub-hunter began back in the 1960s. The Tu-95 PLO study emerged from this and cleared to carry upwards of 19,800 pounds of ordnance but lacked the needed detection, tracking system, which led to the project falling to naught. The idea of a dedicated ASW aircraft then returned in early 1963 when Tupolev was charged by the government with the same requirement. Taking the Tu-95 RT, Maritime Reconnaissance and Signals Intelligence, as a starting point, the aircraft was given the proper search radar, based on the one used in the Ilyushin Il-38 line, and full naval weapons capability. A specialized navigation system ensured proper and safe travel over water, and a dedicated electronic countermeasures kit was installed. An electronics package allowed for reconnaissance in the SINLSI intelligence role. The wings were only slightly modified from the original Tu-95, with wing area increased for better lift and control. The twin 23mm cannon arrangement in the tail was reduced to one. The undercarriage was revised to a Navy requirement for operations from rough runways. The aircraft differed enough from the original Tu-95 line that it was granted its own designation of Tu-142. Finito, the series remained under the Bear code name. First flight of a Tu-142 prototype occurred on July 18, 1968. A second and third prototype joined the stable by the end of the year. Following the requisite testing and evaluation period, the type was formally adopted by the Soviet Navy. Deliveries commenced in 1970. Early versions were marked by NATO as Bear F. The Tu-142 Bear F Mod I was a refined version of the original production form. Weight savings measures were instituted, including a new undercarriage. Crew comforts were added for long patrol sorties. Due to the changes, performance gains were experienced. The Tu-142 Bear F Mod 2, also Tu-142M, was a further refinement of the line. This included additional lengthening of the fuselage and all new cockpit to go along with the revised undercarriage of the Mod I standard. The Tu-142 Bear F Mod 3, also Tu-142MK, sported improved avionics and submarine detection qualities. These replaced the Mod 2 models and 43 aircraft emerged. The Tu-142MK was delivered with reduced mission capabilities and English labeling to the Indian Navy as the Tu-142MKE. 8 aircraft were part of the deal. The Tu-142MZ was a midlife upgrade, MLU, intended to keep the Tu-142 a viable ASW platform against new generation submarines of the West. All new equipment and an improved ECM kit became part of the mix, while new Kuznetsov NK-12MP engines of 14,795 horsepower were installed. The engines no longer required the services of an external power unit for starting. These models were also noted for their revised chin fairings. Development spanned the mid-1980s and joined the Soviet Navy in 1993. 1994 marked the final Bear to leave the assembly line after 100 aircraft had been built. As with the service life of the Tu-95 before it, several special mission and experimental aircraft were developed from the Tu-142 line, including the Tu-142 MZK commercial cargo freighter, not adopted, the Tu-142MP avionics testbed, the Tu-142 Mr. submarine communications relay platform, and the Tu-142LL turbofan-powered testbed, 2 examples built. The modern Russian Navy still utilizes the Tu-142, though in limited numbers, about 22 in service, with plans to modernize the fleet with a new bombing system. Ukraine took on stocks of ex-Soviet Tu-142s after the fall of the Soviet Union, though these were scrapped with the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, START I, agreement between the United States and Russia. Similarly, the Indian Navy no longer operates their Tu-142 MKE model aircraft, the last given up in March of 2017 after nearly 3 decades in service. The Boeing P-8 Poseidon was selected to replace them in same role.